Hi, my name is Julia. Welcome to my channel. Today we are doing another pick a card reading, and today's reading is messages from the higher realms, and I'm hearing from my guides the Rainbow Bridge. Ooh, lets me know that a lot of us are ascending and going from using we're ascending to using our higher mind and channeling information and messages from a more evolved state, which is beautiful. I have a feeling some of these piles are going to be really light messages. Some of them might be a little more heavier, and some of them I'm hearing right now might even be funny. Interesting. So we'll just see what comes out. So let me show you the piles. We have 5 piles. Pile 1 is the red candle. Pile 2 is the blue candle. And pile 3 is the purple candle. Pile 4, the pink candle. And last but not least, we have pile 5 with the white candle. As per usual, timestamps will be in the description and in the comments, and I will see you guys at your piles. Oh, and I hope you'll feel called to like and subscribe. See you guys at your piles. Hi, pile 1. If you chose the red candle, pile 1, this is your message. This is your message. This is your reading and your messages. I think if you chose pile 1, clearly this is the pile for you. So these are your messages from the higher realms. And as I laid the cards out, sometimes I can see right away like distinct storylines, but it's a little bit, there's like lots of little different things that came out. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay it all out. So, okay, let me start up here. Move this around because a bunch of these ones jumped out. Let me see here. Up, frequency shift, violet flame, commitment, assistance, and surfacing reverse. Up and frequency shift are reverse. So, okay. So what I'm getting is interesting. Okay. I'm getting that you have recently gone through a spiritual upgrade, pile 1, and that things, okay, with up and frequency, shift and reverse, what I'm hearing is that there's, oh, I just saw an orb, okay, sorry, is that there's something or someone, but it could just be simply something, it could be a location, it could be an environment that is making it hard for your vibration to stay at the high state that it wants to be at, since you've just recently gone through a, it feels like a spiritual upgrade coming out of the violet flame. And then with commitment, assistance, and surfacing in reverse, what I'm getting is there is actually, that makes sense with the kiss in reverse too. There's actually some kind of a commitment or partnership. This could be romantic or otherwise. It could be simply somebody from your soul tribe, your soul team, a business partnership, but this will be something that's actually very divinely orchestrated for your greatest and highest good, since you have completed some kind of a spiritual upgrade coming through. And what I'm hearing is that there's due to, and this is going to be something that's going to be of great assistance to you. This very well could be some kind of a romantic partnership coming through, but I just don't feel in the energy that you're looking for that right now. You could be, but I don't feel a big, I'm feeling a lot of heavy, like you've been concentrating on your work or projects or what you want to do with your life from the cards I'm seeing here. And so maybe, I think that's kind of often how it happens, is when you're not looking is kind of when it shows up for a lot of people. So maybe that's what it's saying, but there is some kind of a commitment, and this is going to be of great assistance to you on multiple levels, I'm hearing, that hasn't surfaced or shown its head yet. I guess you could say it hasn't come in yet, but there's other little small details that need to be worked out or sorted out at this time before this can actually come in, and that has something to do with either something, it could be someone around you, it could be your environment, but there's something here about something that's making it hard for you to elevate or stay at the high frequency or high vibration that you are at, since you've completed some kind of a spiritual upgrade. There's been some kind of a shift that's happened already. Something that seems to be kind of like, not that it's necessarily someone or something that's very low vibrational. I suppose it could be, but it's just something that's maybe not quite as on a high frequency as you. So, you know, there's, you know, laws of balance, even if you're like in, say, in science, you know, how it says things like have a tendency of like equilibrium, of like equaling out, like there's this many particles here, this many particles here, it'll even out. It's kind of like this person might be at, you know, not a low frequency, they might be at a high frequency, but your frequency is a little higher. So they, you know, being in or in an environment that's not quite as matching your high frequency. So it's making it hard over, I guess, a period of time. I hope I'm making sense, for you to stay at this higher frequency. And that's where it needs to be in order for this commitment, whether this is, like I said, a soul tribe, somebody who's soul tribe, soul family, a business partnership, a relationship, some kind of a something that's going to be for your greatest and highest good to come in, because it's harder for you to stay at the highest frequency. I hope this is making sense. I think you get what I'm saying. Okay, so also, this right here makes me feel like this might be my pile. We have Capricorn and Saturn in reverse. And I mean, I have the hugest like Capricorn stellium in my chart. So, but this, just because of that, you know, you don't have to be a Capricorn coming here. What this is more really giving me the feeling of is, you're somebody who's very much a good worker, a hard worker, you're focused on work or whatever it is that you choose to do. It doesn't have to necessarily be a 9-to-5, but you are somebody who has great leadership skills, and you are somebody who is very, what you do, you tend to take, like you have your own way of doing things, and you tend to do it right by your standards. Also with, oh, this is an interesting channel. What I'm hearing with Saturn, it is kind of funny. What I'm hearing with Saturn in reverse is Saturn, and for those of you out there who have any heavy, you know, Capricorn placements or a heavy Saturn placement in your chart, and a Saturn placement, will understand that despite being somebody who, even if you don't have like a lot of Capricorn, I feel that there's some kind of, either you've recently had a heavy Saturn transit, or you have an intense Saturn placement in your chart. But I feel, you know, with whichever one it is, you're somebody who understands that in the midst of your trials, or, you know, when there's a lot of resistance, things aren't easy, like you have to work harder to get things done, but when you do accomplish it, there's even that much more sense of like, you know, prosperity, of, you know, self-worth. Like, I did this is mine, I made this happen, nobody else did this or handed this to me, I did this. But even in the, so what I'm getting at with, back to what I was saying, because I'm kind of jumping all over the place because this channel's coming fast, but with the Saturn wisdom with the Saturn in reverse, is what I'm hearing is Saturn has a tendency to bless people with a really very interesting dry humor. I know this is a strange channel I'm getting, but I have to say it as I'm seeing it and hearing it and receiving this information. So, and Saturn also being, you know, the Lord of Time, the Father Time, you know, you might have noticed that people with these heavy Saturnian energies have this very unique dry humor that tends to come out like with the perfect timing for like a punchline, like where it just kind of changes the whole vibration of a situation, like the ability to like see, it's like the ability to see details in a harsh situation and then laugh at it. And it's something about I know this will sound crazy for, you know, coming out Capricorn and Saturn reverse, but I'm hearing about something like you're taking things seriously, which are good, but don't take things too seriously. Sometimes you might be forgetting to laugh, or you're forgetting that almost like that Saturnian dry humor of the ability to laugh at certain things, maybe even when they're not going your way, or just simply not taking things too seriously. And I think for most of you, you'll get what I'm saying. So it's something about you have the ability to look at things even when it's very serious, intense, or when you're being tested, and still have a quick wit, a keen mind, and a good sense of humor about things. And it's very much puts you on a higher vibration and a higher level, and other people love it too when you're able to almost turn light of a heavy situation or laugh at something even when it's hard. And so I feel that what the higher realms remind you is to not forget to laugh, to not take things, it's great that you're taking things seriously or that you're focused, but not to be too serious, and to remember to laugh. It is a blessing to have that Saturn, it does bless, you know, with that dry humor of being able to see the lighter side of such heavy situations. I guess I'll say it like that. Or to be able to laugh even in the midst of a trial and tribulation. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from that. Okay, so now coming out over here with the kiss in reverse, I definitely feel this has something to do, you know, because there's two hands here, is that this is hidden from you, that there is some kind of a partnership or relationship, a connection coming in that hasn't surfaced yet. It is still hidden from you. Yeah. Also, okay, so I'm just, that kind of went with what I was saying earlier. I know I'm a little bit all over the place. I hope you guys are able to keep up with me. I'm also seeing here we have the owl reverse and the mouse, and the whale and the lamb. What I'm hearing here with the owl in reverse and the mouse is there is a need for you right now to, there is some kind of, you're very good at, there's something you're not seeing. It's about tending to smaller details. There's some kind of a small detail or something that's small that you're not seeing, and you're usually very good at seeing the small details, but there's something being overlooked here at this time. Maybe perhaps if any of you are stuck on some kind of a conundrum, a problem, an issue, or if you're getting ready to sign some kind of a contract, a lease, or go into some kind of agreement or commitment, new work, even if it's you're signing a new phone plan or going for a new car or a house, I feel there's a need here to make sure that you really read the fine print, really make sure you understand, read between the lines, the fine print, understand what the, you know, all the small details are of what, or if you're having an issue with something, it's about something about going back and overlooking, you know, what certain details. There's something small that seems to be overlooked here is what I'm hearing. With lamb and whale, yes. I feel this might have something to do with the kiss. I don't know why they're bringing me back to this. But, yeah, because you've made enough sacrifices and been able to maintain certain purity of heart, and you've done enough work and gone through the spiritual upgrades you've needed to go through to where you have a very high emotional IQ, as they would say, emotional intelligence, that you're able to go into the depths, and that's why you are now attracting in a divinely orchestrated commitment or partnership. Like I said, whether this is soul tribe, business, or romantic, this is coming in. For a lot of you, I feel it would be romantic, even though I feel like some of you aren't really looking. I think you'd be welcoming to it, but I think you've done enough. It feels like a releasing of things of the past. Spirit wants you to know that also here, I'm just kind of jumping all over because I don't lose the channels as they come in. With hostilities in reverse and journey. Love it. Love it, Pile 1. This is telling me that you've moved on from a lot of things of the past that were haunting you. You've moved on from a lot of the things of the past that you've been divinely protected. Every step of the way. I'm hearing that. You've been divinely protected because it was very important to get you to moving forward on your journey for where you needed to go. Now, as these cards are moving on, I'm seeing with this Six of Swords, Four of Wands, I'm getting a warning here, a caution, a warning. So we have the Six of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Two of Wands in reverse. And the warning I'm getting is okay, so let me before I get to the warning, is it is okay now to, if you want to take a leap of faith into doing something new, because you are a bit moved away from a lot of hostilities and things that have happened to you in the past, and you are doing really, you know, this is the Four of Wands, which talks about bringing something together, but notice it's a female. She's sitting alone in the sun, enjoying herself. And whether you're a male or a female, this is just letting me know that, you know, you've either took a leap of faith to move away from hostilities, or I really feel for most of you, it's a spirit especially coming from the higher realms, has guided you away and protected you from a lot of hostilities and things that happened in the past, so that you can break forward and be in alignment with your north node and move forward. And that if there's something now you want to take a leap of faith with, Spirit is saying it's okay. You have found happiness on your own. You've brought a lot of things together for yourself. The warning here is with this Two of Wands being in reverse, he's looking back at a huge shadow. If something from the past comes creeping up, trying to call you back, remind you, or even feels nostalgic, like, yeah, that was a really good time when, don't forget what comes with it, is what I'm hearing. Spirit wants to emphasize, don't forget what comes with that. It wasn't always all good. There is more that comes with it. Sometimes, you know, this could even be people who come up from the past, and that doesn't always have to be romantic. It could be, you know, people who are really good friends for a long time, old friends, you know, and it's like, wow, I really miss them. But if there's a reason, so sometimes there's a reason why, you know, you had to be put space between you and them. Sometimes you don't understand what that was. Sometimes Spirit does that for you, because remember, they hear and see everything that we don't hear and see. And sometimes it's just simply because we needed to go along on our own ascension journey and elevate. And I feel that here, that there's something, and because the shadow he's looking back at, and it's coming out reverse, has a real shadowy, demonic, almost looking like a 15, like the devil. So it could even be something, you know, something creeping up from your own subconscious that needs to be integrated. But if something comes up from the past, there's a real warning here. Things are good for you now. There's no reason to look back or go back. I'm also seeing here, we got coming into the Angels of Atlantis cards. We have Metatron coming in with divine intelligence. You're getting some downloads. You're a channeler. Pile 1, you receive information from higher realms already on your own, and I believe you are very well aware of this. I know that you're, and I say I know, not I believe. Right now I'm telling you, I know that with this card coming out, you're somebody who's highly evolved, ascended, and I mean, come on, Violet Flame and divine intelligence, you know what's up. There's a real need right now for, and I mean on a spiritual level, deeply, you know what's up. With also Archangel Raphael with Earth Force, there's a very strong need for you to stay grounded at this time, so that you can ground these messages that are coming through, and then with that, do with what you are instructed to do with those messages, whether this is to be to you know, relay it to the collective. You could also be somebody who is a reader or works in some kind of divination or whatever it is, but you will be receiving divine downloads from higher realms, and you need to stay grounded at this time so you can ground these messages in a practical manner, is what I'm hearing. Well, I mean, I'm not one to tell you what you do or don't need to do, but I feel that's what Spirit is suggesting of you. Also, yeah, this is, I think, just reaffirming what I was seeing here with this Two of Wands, with the shadow in reverse. It's Uriel and Raziel coming out, and these are great cards with retreat and freedom. But in reverse, it's nothing bad. I feel, though, that they're saying is the ties that bind. Yeah, something about not retreating or looking back to things that would take you back to the ties that bind, or anything that caused you some kind of being bound to things of the past. It feels to me like you've been given freedom into a new timeline, and you have the now free will to create the reality or start building, like an architect, the timeline that you're on, how you want things to be, and you don't want to have anything come back from this old paradigm that's would try to lure you back in to be bound there. Because trust and believe, when you break free, you know, the lower astral entities and energies, if they can get their hands back on you, they will. And this is this isn't a fear tactic or fear mongering. This is just, you know, no reason to entertain things that are no longer entertaining. How's that? Not to say it like that. Okay, so let's see. Like two big piles. So I kind of like jumped out together right here. You know, so I think it was like these cards right here and these cards right here. So let me start just channeling this in right here. We're just about through here. So yeah, so I feel that during this shift, going from one paradigm to the other, might have been for a second things, almost dropped. Ooh, interesting. Somebody might not be happy for you moving on. You might have old friends that aren't happy for you. Well, I don't want to say necessarily not happy for you, but yeah, no, that's what I'm hearing though. Not happy for you. I think that it would be people who are not maybe healed, and they don't, you know, understand when people evolve because they're not evolved. So that's just something to be aware of. I heard that when this fell. I don't know why, but just have to say how it comes through. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I'm hearing that, you know, during this shift, and some of you I think right now are still in the shift where you're kind of like the tween spaces, like tween realities, tween worlds, but you're coming out of it. You're more into the next timeline than you are in the last, very much so. So it's letting me know that things might have slowed down and stopped, or feel like they were at a standstill, but they're getting ready to pick back up. Things are getting ready to pick back up. You're coming out also next to the Nine of Pentacles. You've been doing well. You've been doing well. I feel you've been doing very well. And even if it's not, say, financially, for some of you it very well could be. I feel that you've been doing well on your own, standing on your own, not really having to it's a feeling of not codependent or codependent on something or someone. You've been claiming your own independence and moving forward with your life, and you're doing well, whether you're on your own or not. But I feel a lot of you are doing very well on your own and have found some kind of independence. High Priestess in reverse, and I'm hearing this isn't about a blocked intuition. I'm hearing this is actually more about that. I'm hearing the word transparency. So something about that you don't keep secrets. It's very much what you see is what you get with you. You're not some. I feel there's an air of mystery around you that people don't always understand, but that it's not that you're not someone who keeps secrets. You don't have things you're doing necessarily in the dark because it's coming out next to the sun. You're somebody who's very much straightforward. You're not somebody who's going to hold back. You're going to say what needs to be said. I feel that you found a lot of happiness and in your life ever since you freed yourself from things and people who were no longer serving you. I feel that you've come free from that. You've given to yourself a lot of healing. Oh God, yeah, these were the last two cards that jumped out with this. The last two cards that came out in this message right here was the Ace of Cups and the Star card. Now I'm getting multiple things from this. You have healed yourself. You have given to yourself, and you are also somebody who's very healing to others. You are on your North Node. Because of the amount of self-love and healing you have done, you are now on your North Node, and things are getting ready, I'm hearing, to like take off fast for you. That standstill was actually like more of a break because things are getting ready to like, and they're off. For what I just heard, and they're off. Like things are getting ready to take off really fast. Also, I'm getting drawn to the kiss and the assistance and commitment that hasn't surfaced yet up here. Is something's coming. Something's coming. This is going to be something that's very in alignment. This is something that is being gifted to you from the universe. This will be somebody who is also a very spiritual person. This is somebody who is emotionally balanced. This is somebody who I don't think you know, but I think they already see you. This person has seen you. This person, whether they've had their eye on you, they know of you, or they've just seen you in passing somewhere, this person has seen you already, but I don't think you've seen them, which is interesting. Maybe you know them and you just don't know that they're keeping tabs on you or watching you. I don't feel anything creepy. It's not giving like creepy stalker vibes, like you need to be scared. No, not at all. I feel this is somebody, with these cards coming out, the Star and the Hierophant, Ace of Cups, this get very... Devil in reverse. This is giving very divinely orchestrated somebody else who's spiritual. I'm getting King of Cups, whether you're a male or female, whether this is male or female, this is telling me this is somebody who is emotionally balanced. This is somebody who's not quick to show it though, but I do feel they have their eye on you. I think they're looking to see if there's competition, but they're holding back right now. However, they do want to come in. They just don't want to jump in until they know enough. It feels like they're trying to find out more information and the correct way to approach you. So this is what I have for you today, pile 1. Here are these cards. Yeah, I think I had wanted to pull one of these cards and I had forgot to, so I just flipped the deck real quick. We have Vulture Spirit in reverse. Nothing is wasted. So I think what that's giving me the energy of is nothing was done in vain. Nothing was in vain. Everything you experienced, you know, I feel like with hostilities it coming out there in reverse, you experienced a lot, but you've done a lot of healing, and everything you went through, none of it was in vain. It's like, you know, it did sharpen your character, and it did give you a lot of development. And I'm not saying that meant you deserved it or anything like that, but nothing that happened was in vain, and none of your lessons were, you know, for no reason. Like everything you've accumulated, truly, especially with divine intelligence, wisdom wise, you're taking with you, and it's going to be for a reason. You're either going to be able to apply all of these lessons now in your life and know what you do and don't want to build, you know, as in your new reality, your new timeline, your new paradigm, or with a new person coming in. But I'm also feeling that it's also like, for the people you had to cut off from the past, it's no love lost. That it's really about, you know, you can keep people in your heart, but you can also still keep them at a distance. You know, you just don't want anything that's gonna anchor you back into an old timeline. I guess it's the best way I could say the energy I'm getting off that card. But that's what I have for you today, Pile 1. Thank you so much for coming by. I hope you'll feel called to like and subscribe. I will see you guys in another reading. Okay. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose the blue candle, this is your reading. Messages from the higher realms. So let's get right into it. So, okay, coming out first for you, Pile 2, we have the Temple, Tiger in reverse, and Starfish, which is telling me that you are somebody who has reverence for all. Like, you know, you have reverence for all, but you're not, at the same time, you're not one to be bullied, because you've already had to regenerate yourself too many times from people who have tried to prey on you. And so Spirit, I think, is saying here is it's okay to still have reverence for all, but you are wise to be cautious of certain people who try to come into your life. Also, right here we have coming out Manifest in reverse and Fearless upright. What I'm hearing here is there's something that, okay, I'm getting two different channels. So there's, for some of you, it's that there's something you are having a hard time manifesting. For others of you, it's you're having a hard time taking a leap of faith or going after something you want. And Spirit, and if you just look at this Fearless card, look at that, it looks like big angel wings. Spirit wants you to know it's okay to go after what you want. Or if it's that you have been trying to get something and it's not manifesting yet, Spirit is saying you do have angelic help with you and assistance at this time. It's coming in, and for those of you who haven't gone after it yet, what I feel is Spirit saying is take that leap of faith. It's okay. You have, like, there is the message clear from the higher realms is they are with you. They are ready when you are. You take the leap and they've got you. Okay. I'm also seeing here with Pisces and Sun in reverse. So I could very well be speaking to some people. Some of you might very well have some heavy Pisces placements. Or if not, you could have some intense Neptune placements or 12th house placements in your chart. Even for me, I have Neptune conjunct the Sun, so I understand this energy very well. And what's being highlighted to me from Spirit is that you are somebody who's very mystical, very mystically inclined. You are very much in tune yourself with the higher realms. You are also somebody who, with the Sun in reverse, what I'm getting is that sometimes it's easy for you to get not stuck in fantasy, but it's almost like, and I do this, I understand this, especially having Neptune conjunct the Sun. It's really easy to get almost lost in the mystical realms, if that makes sense. If you get it, you'll get it. If you don't, just dismiss this part. But it's really easy to, when things are going bad, to dive into the spirituality. And sometimes for me, I found that was almost a form of escape. Now, diving into spirituality is never a bad thing. I think especially people who are highly spiritual, it's not just it's a way of life. You know what I mean? It is a way of life. It's just so deeply incorporated into everything you do. It becomes a way of life. It becomes a part of everything you do. But I feel what I'm seeing here, because I'm also getting like right down here we have Happy Family in reverse and Metatron. I know you are somebody who's highly spiritual, highly mystical, very spiritually inclined, very in tune with higher realms. But sometimes it's the feeling that it could be sometimes a form of, I have to say, as I'm getting the channel, is a form of escape of when things are not, and it's almost like at first it was something that was a band-aid, like that actually helped. It was very healing and helping during hard times. But I think what Spirit's highlighting is to make sure that it's not, doesn't it become a form of escape, or where things that need to be addressed aren't being addressed. Like, it's okay to call out things that are going wrong and not just turn to the whole spirituality. Well, you know, yes, we want to be, I'm better than that. I'm not going to stoop to that level. But also to have boundaries, very strong boundaries, is okay too, to call things out. And but I do feel that you're somebody who is not one to be bullied. I see up here with the tiger being in reverse, because you've gone through enough. I feel like you're at a place where the starfish, if they lose one of their limbs, it grows back. And it's like, I feel you're somebody who's regenerated more than enough times, and you're like, I'm just tired of doing it. I don't want to deal with it. And maybe that has something to do with what's the fearless and the manifestation is. I feel maybe some of you are wanting to take a leap of faith. I see this coming out right here too, is you guys are tired of people, and this could very well be in your family, of feeling attacked by people, of people being aggressive to you for no reason. I feel as not wanting to work on things with people who are like that, who are overly aggressive, argumentative, wanting to fight. It's just wanting to turn your back and take a gamble and walk away from these kinds of things. Like, because we see the dice here. This is the Eight of Cups, talks about walking away. With the dice here, it's almost like you want to take a gamble by, what is that? A gamble by walking away from certain things because you're tired of getting hurt and then feeling left out. And I think people have it's almost giving the feeling of maybe you've had people in your family, with this Happy Family in reverse, who have maybe tried to talk you out of certain opportunities or certain things, or they say things to you that might bring you down, and it's like, gosh. And so I think spirituality has been a saving grace, I'm hearing, for a lot of you, that it's always helped you look on the brighter side. But what I'm hearing from Spirit is that now it's okay if there's things you wanted to go after, things you wanted to manifest, things you wanted to do, but maybe from the, having, not a really good support system, or people who just really talked you down to you or talked you out of those things, or were just having a lot of kind of negativity around you. It's okay to take that leap of faith. If some of you are thinking about, hey, I want to say fly the coop or leave home or go do my own thing now. With strength here. And what's interesting on this strength card is it's the skill to justice. It would be your own good karma to actually manifest the life you want. I think it is okay to do that. Not I think. I'm saying is, what I'm hearing from Spirit is, it is your turn. You can go after what you want, with or without the support of certain people in your life, despite what others might say or whether they believe in you or not. Is that it's okay to go after what you want and take a leap of faith to pursue the things that you're passionate about, the things that you want to manifest. That I feel that this is, with these scales being balanced, is that karma's in your favor. Things are good. You have good things are due to you. You deserve to go after your manifestations. You deserve your manifestations, is what I'm hearing. Right here, I'm also having, Zadkiel with surrender in reverse, and Haniel with hope upright. Oh, it's such a beautiful card. Is that, it might be hard for you to surrender. Like, say, it's okay to still, I just keep getting drawn to family with that family there, is you don't necessarily have to surrender completely your family, but you can, I know this is, I'm hearing surrender them to God. If it's leave it in their hands. It's you're not letting them go. It's you deciding to do what you want to do. And if they want, they can either accept it and be a part of it, or they can choose to let you go. But it's not that you have to necessarily be the one that's cutting them off. It's more the feeling that I'm getting here is, I'm going to do what's best for me now, despite what anybody says or thinks. And you can either be happy for me and be a part of me manifesting the life that I want and deserve, or you can choose to not be a part of it. But I'm going to do what's best for me now. This is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Okay? Now this is interesting. I haven't really even looked at all of these yet, because they all kind of, when they, like a lot of, oh my God, who are you, pile 2? You got the starfish twice from 2 different decks. This is amazing. There's a certain special star quality about you. I think you downplay it sometimes. I think you know that through everything you've been through, that your resilience is, I'm hearing out of this world. I'm hearing recovered from things that most others wouldn't be able to, and somehow you're still whole and you still shine. Okay, let me see what else I'm having here with the time to collaborate. Don't forget to be playful. Don't forget to work with others. Some of you might be very isolated from all the healing and regenerating and the resilience and the healing you've done. But I think what I'm hearing here is it's okay to interact with others. Yes, of course, be very cautious, which I'm sure you're very wise and already have a very cautious mind and eye of people who are, have predatory or abusive ways. But it's okay, I'm hearing, to make friends with time to collaborate, to be playful, to have fun. There it is, I knew it. Take a leap of faith. Be loyal to what you love. I feel a lot of you don't, it's like the feeling like you don't go after the things you want or the things you love, not because you don't deserve them, because you definitely do, but that because it's like you really never had people who supported you to go after what you love. Maybe it's always been, people supported you to do what they wanted you to do, what they thought was best, or what they thought was best for them. And I feel Spirit's wanting you to go after and manifest the life you want and deserve. It's okay. You don't have to pretend anymore like you're okay with where you're at if you're not okay with where you're at. And some of you have some healing that you're still in a process of doing, of shedding certain old skin, and that I feel it's been a painful process, but that it's okay to set healthy boundaries and to go after what you want, despite what anybody, whether it's friends or family, says. I feel a lot of you, you spend a lot of time thinking about certain things you want, but it's almost like, not that you don't know how to go after them, but there's something that always holds you back. And I feel it might have been coming from people in your family or just people that were close to you that really didn't support you or, give you that love and energy, like, yeah, go for it. They were just kind of like, nah, like, oh, okay, like, really, there wasn't, or like, would even down talk it, like, that's stupid, or you can't do that, or you need to do this, and so even without that support, you've remained loving. It's been hard to find a lot of independence because of having people who were not really giving you the support and love that you deserved, so they made it hard for you to stand on your own. But, oh, wow, that's a harsh one. I'm hearing Spirit say, if you need to cut these people off in order to heal and pursue the passions and the life that you want, Spirit will help you. And I know that's a harsh thing to say, to cut off people, but I just have to say it as I'm seeing it in the cards and as I'm hearing. If you need to cut people off and end things so that you can finish healing and go after the things that you want, you can have the things you want. Spirit's got your back. Spirit has your back. You have something in you that is of star quality, but for some reason you're having a hard time manifesting it. Spirit's saying, be fearless, go after it. You are very spiritually, very mystically inclined, and you have the backing of the angels to go after what you want. You deserve it. You are worth it and you deserve it. Okay, so that is what I'm hearing for you. pile 2. I hope you will feel called to like and subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and take it to pile 3. Hi, pile 3. If you chose the purple candle, pile 3, this is your reading and these are your messages from the higher realms. So they're highlighting to me a specific situation here. I'm reading this one in a slightly different order than I did the first 2 piles because I was guided to, so let's get right into it. So this is a little specific, so as I'm reading this, if this doesn't sound like it's your pile, you might have to choose a different pile, okay? So I'm seeing something, oh, I'm sorry if you hear the dog barking, sorry for the distractions. We have somebody in here reinstalling the security cameras in the front of the house, and so if the dog barks, my bad. Okay, so it's a feeling of something going on either at home. It seems to be that overall, like there's a want, or that you do have, for the most part, a good home life, but there's something, this is feeling maybe that you're not seeing eye to eye or having issues possibly with either, this would be like, whether you're a male or a female, this is in regards to a male, I'm feeling. This would be whether it's a spouse, like a husband, or if, you know, whether you're male or female watching this, or this could be a brother, a father, a cousin, but it feels like this would be a male figure, okay? So like I said, if you are married and it's like a husband, if not, if it could be still like, say if you're a guy watching and this is like your dad or an uncle, or but it's a male figure, somebody who you're having issues with and you're tired of carrying the burdens of these issues you seem to be having with this person. It's becoming harder and harder to get along with this person. You're tired of the mental turmoil. It's making you want to walk away, maybe even move out, and it's something that's kept you stuck in your head or feeling stuck in your situation or whatever, with something to do with your foundation or your home life or your family is what I'm feeling. So this is somebody who it feels like it's kind of hard to get along with. This might even be somebody who's you're tired of having to do either, whether it's it seems to be they burden you with something, whether they're, you know, talk down to you, talk bad at you, maybe talk bad about your work, or it's just something where you don't want to be mentally conflicted, and this person might even make you feel left out sometimes, or you're simply thinking about turning your back and walking away from this foundation or situation. This is the situation they're highlighting to me. And it's because this is like, there's like a night and day feeling, like every day is not knowing what's it going to be. Is it going to be a good day or is it going to be a bad day? You know, with the sun and the storm warning coming out, it's like, okay, is it good? Is everything good today, or is it going to be a bad day? Not knowing. But there's also this feeling here of not knowing if you, it's like, what will I be able to, what's going to happen if I choose to go my own way? Not wanting, I feel this is somebody who, you know, talks down to you or belittles you, or makes you feel like you're not enough. This is somebody who maybe even doesn't approve of, if this is a family member and not a spouse, this is somebody who might, you know, be disapproving of your relationships or your connections, or they simply is somebody who's making it hard for you to choose to be independent. I'm also seeing that here. I feel, oops, excuse me, I just ate. I feel this is something that you've prayed about, but it's like you might feel like, but does Spirit hear me? Because I don't feel like I'm getting an answer. But I'm seeing very clearly here in the cards with contact and union. Yes, your prayers and prayer coming out upright. Your prayers have been heard. This is the message from the messages from the higher realms. Your prayers have been heard. You might not see the result of it, but it's coming in. Your prayers have been heard, and there is a presence with you that is working this out. Sometimes it takes a while for, you know, things happen in the spiritual world first, in the spirit realm, and then it manifests in the physical world. And the details are being sorted out for a resolution to come to this. I feel this is something that you feel would affect your security, and it's like, you know, I think you want security, and it's maybe even a feeling of not knowing if you'd be able to make it on your own. You might have some kind of either dependence or codependence on this person, or they might have it on you. So it's a feeling of like, I don't know if I can leave. You know, it's not that easy for reasons of security. But I'm also seeing here that You are somebody who is, ooh, the numinous mystery. You are highly evolved. You're very intelligent. You have a special way of empowering people and alchemizing situations. And Spirit, yeah. Coming out here, believe in yourself. Spirit's wanting you to believe in yourself, that there is a solution coming through, and Spirit is working with you on this at this time. They want you to know you are never alone. You've never been alone. Even if you can't feel the presence of your guides and your angels, they are with you, and they are working on this right now on your behalf. And it's not, and with a rebirth, a sword coming out in reverse, I am hearing that it's that you've already, there's nothing really even here to transform. There's just certain things that are gonna, it's like, I'm here like certain circumstances that have to be worked out that are even out of your hand, and Spirit is actually working on this on your behalf. I feel that you're somebody who's with the vow in the heart. The heart often talks about the home. The vow is being like devoted. You're somebody who's actually very devoted and very loyal to your family. And I think this weighs on your heart because there's almost like a feeling of like it's like a feeling of almost feeling guilty or bad for walking away. But I feel like Spirit's working this out so that you can have, you know, a way of being able to have a happy home and family life. Because I know that's really what's being, with the Ten of Pentacles, is something that's of great importance to you. But it's almost a feeling too here with, yeah, hyena, dolphin, unicorn reverse, and cheetah, is that maybe a lot I feel from with this person is that this might be somebody who either attacks you or laughs at you because of the amount of emotional depth and it's like your uniqueness, your eccentricities, the things that make you different. This person might not understand that. They might attack that or laugh at that, and it's becoming, I feel like, to the point where you're just tired of it. If this is your pile, this is very specific. You might have to choose another pile. But yeah, Spirit is letting you know that your prayers are heard. They understand the situation. Oh God, I really just ate. Sorry, I feel like I was going to burp again. Spirit wants you to know that with Zadkiel coming out with security too, is that they are working on a solution. This is something that it's almost just needs to be left in God's hands. I feel like they need to pull one more card. Holy Spirit, show me more of what I need to see here. Yeah. It's with the Eight of Pentacles, this isn't really something, there's not much more that you have to do. With the Lover's card, I'm actually being channeled to the angel up here, is that there is divine assistance coming in to work out certain details of a solution, but that you will then have to, I'm hearing, make a decision on whether you choose to want to stay or go. But whichever you choose, Spirit is going to work it out for you, that there will be a way made for it. So if you choose to stay, that things will, you know, work out where you're at, or if you decide that you want to maybe move or go somewhere else, there's certain, you know, it's a feel. Okay, I'm trying to explain this energy. It's a feeling of that you're very smart. You have to just believe in yourself and also believe in Spirit, and know that you're not alone, and that Spirit is working this out for you, that there is a solution. Your prayers have been heard, and it's coming. You just give it time. I'm hearing divine timing. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Also, with this cheetah, I'm being told that don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. I don't feel that you're really somebody who is. I just feel like it's almost a feeling of tired of going there with this person. You know, if that makes any sense. But Spirit's heard your prayers, and that there is solutions coming in. You're not alone. It's being worked out. But it feels to me like there's outside circumstances that Spirit is working on your behalf at this time. And that's what they want you to know. So that's what I have for you today, pile 3. I know this was just a quick message, kind of, not too long. But that is what has came through. So I will see you guys in another pile or another reading. Please feel called to like and subscribe. I will see you in another pile, another reading. Hi, pile 4. If you chose the pink candle, pile 4, this is your reading. Okay, as I laid these cards out, I started to get a channel already. And I just want to say that for some of you, this could already be taking place. But for a lot of you, I feel this is something that's coming. And this is kind of like a cautionary tale, not a cautionary tale, but like cautioning you of a test coming up. Like you're going to be possibly tested. Okay, so for some of you though, this could be something that's already taken place or is taking place, okay? So we have the Ace of Wands, Justice reverse, Seven of Cups reverse, King of Cups reverse, Temperance, Queen of Swords reverse, Three of Swords upright, and the Knight of Cups. And right away what I'm channeling from this is, and this is why I say I feel this is a test coming up, is there will be an opportunity presented to you, either at present or in the near future, for you to basically get even or retaliate or get back at somebody who did something very unjust or unfair to you. This is somebody who casted an illusion over you. This is somebody who was very emotionally manipulative despite the fact that you were very fair and balanced with this person. This is somebody who I feel spoke badly about you, and this is somebody who caused a lot of pain and really very much hurt you, and I feel lied to you about what their intentions were. And I feel the opportunity is going to be presented to you for you to get back at this person. And get even. If it's not being presented to you at present, this is coming up. I do feel that this is a test. This is the message that's coming in from the higher realms for you. This will be a test for you. This is a test to remind you, and I feel like I'm being guided to remind you with the garden and the gate right here, to remember how far you've come, to remember where you're at now, everything you've been through, all the lessons you've learned, all the tests you've passed, you know, sorry if you hear the dog barking, and to remember with Patience here in the reverse that there is so many good things coming in for you that are so close. Like, it's like, I hear it's like within reach. Like, there's a lot of good things I feel that have already began for you and that are coming in, and that you're not even really having to wait for anymore. You have a lot of good things coming in, and to remember that before it's almost like stooping to someone's level. And I know it's not okay what people do to us. And standing up for ourselves is always okay, and having boundaries is always okay. But on the word I'm hearing, retaliation or getting back at somebody, is going to be the test, because I feel like you're going to be given a clear opportunity to really get somebody back for what they did to you. And so that's where the test comes in. This is what I'm hearing from Spirit, is how are you going to handle the situation? You know, free will is yours. That is the beauty of this life, is having this free will. We are grown. If you're watching my channel, this is, you know, for people who are 18 and over, we are adults, and we do get to choose what we want to do, how we want to do it, who we want to do it with, you know. But this is a test from Spirit to see kind of like where your heart and mind is at before it feels like a big manifestation comes in. Spirit wants to let you know that you have victoriously moved forward from so many things, and you're successful in your own right, whether it be, you know, with work, with school, or simply just in your evolution of who you are and the obstacles that you've overcome. I've seen with the cards I'm seeing here on the board, I feel that I might have some people here with some very heavy Scorpio or Leo placements. You don't have to, but I do have the Lion coming out twice on the board also. And then right here we have opposition in reverse, 8th house, and Scorpio. I mean, hello. Gosh, with all that, it might be my pile too. I mean, I have a huge 8th house stellium, so I understand this energy very well. And you know, when we think about Scorpio, one of the other things I want to mention is, you know, with any sign, there's lower and higher octaves to the energy, and a less evolved scorpionic energy is very retaliatory. Very retaliatory. That stinger, man, people don't see it coming. People are like, don't even see it come, you know, comes up from behind, gets people, puts them, you know, out of the ability to move forward and hurt anyone else. And many times it was called for, you know. It's not, especially if it's a highly evolved Scorpio. They're not somebody who's just going to go do that to people, and they're not just retaliating. It's usually out of protection. But a more lower, less evolved scorpionic energy can be very petty and retaliatory. Like, oh, I'll teach you a lesson, and I'll teach you a good one. And, you know, All's fair in love and war. I kind of feel like saying that. I understand that. But this is also being, as the cards are showing to me, it's being presented to you as this is a test, will be a test from Spirit on how you choose to go about this opportunity. Are you going to choose to really give it to this person raw and cause them a lot of the same pain they caused you? Or are you going to keep your eye on the prize of what's ahead of you and all the good things coming in? I'm not the one who's going to sit here and tell you what the right or wrong answer is. I think that's part of your test. Where's your head and your heart at? Spirit is giving you this opportunity to show where I feel your head and heart is at. Also coming out, we have ecstasy in reverse and beginnings in reverse. And what I'm channeling from this is that Spirit wants to remind you, like, and ask you, is this gonna make what's gonna make you happy? Do you think that's what's gonna make you happy? You know, causing, like, because I feel that, especially with this much scorpionic energy, is you're going to be given the opportunity, especially with people who have powerful 8th house and scorpionic and plutonic energies, is when you want to cause destruction. I know this all so well. When you want to cause destruction in someone's life, you can devastate a person. You have that power. And it is a power, and it is a gift and a curse, you know. Sorry about the dog barking. Sophie, sorry, I apologize. But, you know, doing so might be something that prevents, you know, a new beginning from coming in for you. You know, I just feel it's really being presented here that this is a test coming up. And with the Lion Spirit coming out twice, I'm hearing to not forget who you are. Not forget who you are. Not forget the amount of dignity, grace, elegance, poise, whether you're a male or a female, that you have. It's like there's something very regal, very royal about your energy. I'm hearing you're better than that. And I'm not saying that, you know, you shouldn't stand up for yourself. I feel, the energy feels like most of you, if not all of you, already have. You've already stood up for yourself. But I feel there's an opportunity being presented, so this might be happening at current. If not, I feel for some of you it's coming, where you're going to really get the chance, if you want to stick it to somebody good. And Spirit's just going to, either, it's your free will, you know, what are you going to do with that, you know? But also, rejuvenation, starseed. I think Spirit is just right now wanting me to remind you that you do have a mission here. You have a powerful mission. You've come so far. You are highly attuned, highly spiritual, especially with all this Leo and Scorpionic energy. You know, remember who you are. Never forget that. Because you are somebody very special. These are intense, and when I say intense, I mean intense, powerful energies you hold here. Whether you're a Leo or a Scorpio, it's somewhere in your chart, right? But also, let me see, there's just a couple more cards left. I'm seeing the Hunter reverse, the Empty Room reverse, the Medallion, and the Shadow. Yeah, it's to remember, like, it's kind of really echoing what I've said here, is going after, is it going to give you the results and the reward that you want, if you just choose to, because I feel like it's going to be made very easy. An opportunity is going to be presented to you, made very easy to really get back at somebody. And this is somebody who definitely hurt you. Whoever this person is to you, you know, it could be a friend, it could be family, it could be an acquaintance, a coworker, a spouse, a, you know, parent, a child, whoever it is, they really caused you hurt. They lied, they caused a lot of hurt. It feels like there was emotional manipulation, illusions cast, and this person is somebody who's operating from their shadow. And I feel, dependent on what you choose to do with this opportunity, is going to decide whether you're, you know, it feels to me like you're somebody who's done an intense amount of shadow work, but are you going to go back, like regress to a place where you're operating from your shadow too? Is this something that you're going to let stop you from going after the destiny that's being presented to you and let you forget who you are and how far you've come? And so that's the test I feel is coming. This is the message that's coming from the higher realms for you. Very, very powerful. because it's a hard one. Even I gotta say, I'm not gonna sit here. I think transparency is very important, and I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I'm so evolved and so holy and I don't make mistakes. No. I have a huge 8th house stellium, including the sun. Venus, Mercury, South Node, conjuncting Neptune. Like I understand transformation. I understand trauma. I understand scandals. I understand betrayals. And I understand sometimes just how, with that scorpionic energy, almost liberating it can feel to show people themselves. But you have come so far. And I had to go through that myself, where I had the opportunity, and I still go get presented. This could be very well my pile, because I still come across these situations where I get presented with opportunities to really let people feel what they had me feeling. And this is the test from spirit. This is what I'm being shown. This is the test coming in from spirit. So just so you know, when it comes, this is a part of a test. What are you going to choose to do with this opportunity? Choice is yours. So that is what I have for you today, Pile 4. Very interesting, very intense. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in who you are and how far you've come. And I believe you do too. So I think you'll pass this test. Anyways, I will see you guys in another pile or another reading. I hope you'll feel called to like and subscribe. Ooh, I do that all the time. Hi, Pile 5. If you chose the white candle, Pile 5, this is your reading. Messages from the higher realms. Okay, Pile 5. Somewhat similar to... Oh, got a hair on my lip. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Pile 5. Okay, so somewhat similar to Pile 4. I feel that this is something that's a little bit cautionary, that the message that's coming through. And I feel for some of you, this is happening at present or coming in the very near future. So let's get right into it. Okay, so what is being highlighted to me is that there was somebody in the past who left you in a situation where they kind of left you stuck. They left you hanging. They pretty much left you in a pretty situation. Like they had stuck in your head, feeling very helpless, hopeless even, like very mentally conflicted. This is somebody that I feel that you had love for, support, and that you were very supportive to. Whether this was friend, family, or somebody you were in a connection with. It's feeling a lot more like some kind of a connection though, but it could be friend or family too. But it's really giving a much more heavier feeling of some kind of person that you were in a different kind of connection with than friend or family, but it could be those. I just want to say that. But yeah, this is somebody who it feels like they're either at present have tried to come back into your life, or they will be in the near future. And the reason for this is because you guys it feels like you haven't had contact for a while. They know that they had slowed you down and that you weren't moving forward, but it feels to me like you haven't talked to this person in a while. Or if they have recently come in, you had been a while since you guys had talked, and then all of a sudden they came back in. And that's because the reason, what Spirit's highlighting is that they heard you're doing well again. They heard you're doing good. Things are moving forward. You're happy. This person, what they're showing me is that this person's coming back. This person, when they come back into your life, or if they're back in your life, it is simply because they heard you're doing well again. It's not even, this person, what Spirit's highlighting is that this person deters you from your path. That you're somebody who has a purpose, you have a path, you've been shown the way forward, you've come out of the hole that this person left you in, and that this person is will be a distraction. For some of you, they might be doing it intentionally. Your spirit guides are around you because they don't want you to fall prey, almost. I guess that's the word. I could still feel that hair right there. Freaking lip gloss, sorry. Okay, so they don't want you to end up getting hurt again, basically. So your guides are letting you know that this is somebody who's definitely not healed. For a lot of you, for some of you, probably most of you, this is somebody who in the past that you had good times with them. There was good times you had in the past, but that there's two different storylines I'm seeing here. For some of you, this is somebody who actually, if you were in a connection with them, this is somebody who you caught doing something. Like you had evidence. Like they either you caught them cheating, or you saw, whether it's screenshots, emails, pictures, something came in the mail, you got hardcore proof you caught them. You found something out. And this was something that was, and this is something that happened in the past. And it was very painful. I feel this is definitely somebody who's been, like, you either let in your house or you've been in their house. So you guys have, had good times together at some point. But you caught evidence of something that they did. And that was, or for some of you, now that's how it would be for most of you. For some of you, this is actually somebody who blackmailed you in the past. They felt they had something they could hold over your head, and basically did something that they were holding something over your head, or they took something that they knew or information they found out about you and told other people, and like tried to basically exploit or even extort you or do something, really gross and sickening like that. This is but this is somebody who, though they did that to you, despite the fact that this is somebody you had been very cool with, very loving, very supportive. Now this person wants to come in and act like everything's okay. And if they haven't, if there's somebody who has recently come back in, this is who it is. Spirit is letting you know this person's just going to end up deterring you from your path. This is somebody, we all have free will. You can do whatever you want. We're all adults here. If you're on my channel, you should be 18 or over. But that this is somebody who is not helping you to ascend. It would be a distraction. It would be somebody who would fall back. It would be somebody who would hurt you again or try to. And it's simply they just heard you were doing well again, and it's almost a feeling of like a karmic cord there. Like they could feel you moving away, and now they just have to come make their presence known again. Like, oh, you're gonna just heal and get moved on past me. Let me just go rear my head and make my presence known. You know what I mean? And then I'm also seeing here too, like, yeah, well, let me wait till I get there. I'll explain too what I feel I'm seeing. It's so interesting. Quite a few piles I've had this happen. Okay, we have 4th house, Cancer and Taurus. And in one of the piles, Capricorn and Saturn came out, and then another one, 8th house and Scorpio came out. So there's like very potent energies in each pile that are being placed. So yes, you definitely could have some heavy Cancer or Taurus placements. You don't have to, or that could be just some intense moon or 4th house placements as well. But what this is telling me is what they did to you when you were hurt by them, where they left you feeling hurt and stuck very stuck in your head and very mentally conflicted and in a lot of mental turmoil, is it affected the way you felt about yourself. It affected your self-esteem and your self-worth. It caused it might have even made you feel not even secure in your own or strong in your own foundation. It made you feel almost it's the feeling, giving the feeling of like it made you feel like you were worried about like who to trust that you could to take care of anymore. Like, wow, I was nurturing and I was caring to that person and they did that to me. It's like a real hurtful feeling, a real almost like betrayal type feeling. And Archangel Gabriel is coming through with the inspiration card, reminding you that you're an inspirational person. You're a good person. You're loving. You're supportive. With all this Cancer energy and all these cup cards up here, you're a very inspirational, very loving, very nurturing person. And I think what Spirit's really trying to highlight to you here and ask you is, do you deserve that? Did you deserve that? Is that what you want more of? Have we learned our lesson? Sometimes we have to just love people from a distance. So I can't tell you what we do or don't have to do, but I think that you deserve a lot better than that. And it just feels to me like there's a karmic cord here, and that once that person could feel that you were healed and moving on, and they didn't feel like they had that power over you, almost like, a psychic or energetic vampire, like that's how they drain us when they know we're like stuck on them and not living our life to our fullest. It's like then they come back, like, wanting to get more of our energy. And that, you are a very empathetic person, but what I'm seeing here also too with the Cancer card coming out in reverse is this person isn't empathetic like you are. This person doesn't have the emotional depth, the emotional maturity, the emotional balance, the emotional intelligence that you have with all these cups and this Cancerian energy. This is what makes you so inspirational. Like, you're definitely, I'm feeling, have a highly empathic person. Very emotionally intelligent, very loving, very supportive, and I don't feel you deserve this. The next two cards coming out, I mean, I couldn't have said it better. We have Pig Spirit and Giraffe Spirit. It says, use your mind wisely and see the bigger picture. See the bigger picture of what's really going on. It's when you have, for me personally, I know having, when you have an emotional depth, it's really easy, especially when you once cared for somebody, to want to remember the good times. And I know this is somebody you had good times with. I'm seeing it in this Three of Cups. It's to want to remember the good times and like, it's been a while. Maybe things are better now. Use your mind wisely and see the bigger picture. And this was crazy because with these cards, I normally only like one or two flip out of the deck, but look at that. Look how many came out. And the first one to come out was the Creator. And I feel that's because this is a message coming through to you. Yes, you, Pile 5, you are very important. Straight from the Creator, this message. And it's the Siren in reverse, the Cave, the Maiden, the Crone, the Mask, and the Bardo. This person kept you stuck. This person wears a mask. They wore a mask. This person greatly underestimated your intelligence and your ability to see what was really going on. This person banked on your being emotionally supportive and empathetic, that they feel like you'll always take them back or like always be forgiving because they know how deeply feeling you are. But this person hides their true self. They hide behind a mask. With the Siren coming out in reverse, it's just giving the feeling that this person is somebody who doesn't have good intentions. They might even be somebody who banks on using their lower nature to keep people courted or hooked to them, or a connection to them. Of it's really giving the feeling this is somebody that wasn't, maybe could be a friend, but it doesn't really feel so much maybe family, but more like somebody who even could be a friend with benefits, an ex, a fling, something. It could, but it feels like something that they come in and they know how to be passionate and say the right things, remember the good times, or they just know how to have, it feels like they're really good with the art of persuasion. But as deeply feeling as you are, I feel you're wise. I don't feel you're stupid in any way, shape, or freaking form. So what I think Spirit is trying to highlight you here is, yes, it is what the way you are so deeply feeling is inspirational to many. But some people will use that as a form of a way to abuse you, and I feel that's what this person did to you in the past, and that Spirit's telling you to use your mind wisely and see the bigger picture here. If this person hasn't come back in yet, I would say it's coming pretty soon. And before I close this out, I just want to say the last few cards here: Mouse reverse, Lamb reverse, Tiger reverse, Scorpion. Spirit's saying this person's going to downplay what happened in the past. With this Mouse in reverse, they're going to try to downplay it and make it seem like it was smaller than it was. Like it wasn't such a big deal. They're going to expect you to just, like, not sacrifice, but just to, like, dismiss what happened, to forgive. Like, to forgive and forget, make it seem like it wasn't as bad as it was. Like they didn't do something extremely painful to you. But that this person will still, when you're least expecting it, end up this person, when given the chance, when they feel like they still have you hooked, would sting you again like that in a heartbeat. It would burn, it would hurt, it would sting, and it would just deter you from moving forward on your path. And, you have your guides are around you, just coming through in this reading to give you this caution and this warning. If you're wondering why this person is popping up back in your life, and if they haven't yet, they will be soon. That's why. It's because it's giving the feeling that they can feel you drifting away, moving on. And heaven forbid you go be happy somewhere else, right? Use your mind wisely, see the bigger picture is what Spirit is saying here. Because you are an inspiration to many. You have a depth of feeling that not many have, and that's not something that should be abused. So that's what's coming through for you. I admire your amazing empathetic abilities, pile 5. And I hope that no one gets the opportunity to hurt you again. Like I could see somebody did some damage in the past. They did something very painful here. So sending you guys lots of love. This is the messages that came through today. I will see you in another reading. I hope you'll feel called to like and subscribe.